They told you to be yourself, but no one mentioned that who you are can be shaped by pain, fear, and silent patterns you never chose. They told you to chase happiness, but didn't warn you that what feels good isn't always good for you. The world speaks in advice, whispers, warnings, and silence. You grow up walking into battles no one taught you to fight. Your first battle isn't with the world. It's with yourself. Every thought, every urge, every story you believe. This is the real battleground. If your mind doesn't lead, your life will follow whatever emotion shouts the loudest. We're told to follow our hearts, but the heart is impulsive. It reacts, not leads. It chases intensity, not truth. The heart is a storm, not a compass. Let it steer, and you'll drown. That's why the mind matters. The mind sees the storm and still chooses the direction. True strength isn't physical. It lives in your decisions. It's the calm breath before the hard choice. The quiet no when everything inside screams yes. That quiet strength doesn't get noticed, but it's the only strength that lasts. Pain will come. Disappointment will knock. People will leave. Dreams will shatter. And in those moments, it's not your muscles that save you. It's your mind. Everyone wants to win. Few want what winning truly requires: patience, rejection, solitude, and discipline. We celebrate the finish line but ignore the miles it takes to get there. Most people lose, not because they aren't capable, but because they confuse feelings with facts. Feeling tired doesn't mean you're done. Feeling afraid doesn't mean you're unready. Feeling hurt doesn't mean you're broken. Feelings aren't facts. They're weather. They pass. A strong mind walks through them without becoming them. Anger will urge you to burn bridges you still need. Fear will make you freeze while life keeps moving. Love, when given to the wrong people, will trick you into giving away your peace. That's why mental discipline matters. The greatest war isn't out there. It's inside. Between reaction and response, impulse and intention. The world will challenge you. People will provoke you. Situations will pull you in different directions. But when your mind is trained, you stop letting the outside world control who you are inside. You stop chasing approval and start living in alignment. You stop asking if you're liked and start asking if you're on the right path. There's power in restraint, in choosing not to react, in being underestimated and not needing to prove yourself. Real power doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't beg for praise. It just moves, quietly, steadily, with purpose. Think back to the last time you let emotion steer your actions. That decision, that argument, that moment you wish you could undo. Often the damage isn't from the event. It's from how we react, the meaning we attach, the story we tell ourselves. A strong mind doesn't follow emotions blindly. It questions them. It rewrites the narrative. It doesn't become cold, it becomes clear. You feel everything, but don't let emotions control you. You can hurt and still be wise. You can be angry and still be kind. That's mental leadership, choosing intention over impulse. Discipline is the quiet force behind every strong life. Not talent, not luck. It's the boring, unseen repetition of right choices. Waking up when you don't want to. Showing up when no one claps. Saying no to distractions that no one even knows about. Impulse is seductive. It feels good now, but costs you peace later. Discipline feels hard now, but gives you freedom later. And freedom is the ultimate goal. Not doing whatever you want, but choosing not to be a slave to your feelings. Pain shapes you. It strips away your illusions and shows you who you really are. The wisest people have suffered. That's where clarity comes from heartbreak, loss, and disappointment. When you hit bottom and choose not to stay there, you begin to rise. Train your mind to lead. Be calm in chaos. Use strategy, awareness, and composure. Emotions scream, but wisdom whispers. If you're too loud inside, you'll miss it. Every day you have a choice. Follow how you feel or follow who you want to become. Most don't make that choice. They just follow moods. But you can choose differently. You can be the one who sees clearly while others rush blindly. The greatest leaders didn't move by feeling. They moved by vision. They had storms inside them, but never let the storm steer the ship. They mastered the war within. You don't need to shout to be strong. You don't need to fight every battle. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away, not because you're weak, but because you know your energy is valuable. Emotional control isn't suppression, it's space. It's the gap between feeling and action. That space is where wisdom lives. That's where real power grows. You will hear from me again if you hit the subscribe or follow button. See you in the next episode.